Now we are going to see what is the role of police in the investigating a crime. How the police they are doing the investigation, that we are going to see. An important function of the police is to investigate any complaint about the commission of a crime. If somebody done some crime, if we are informing the police or police got doubt about the crime, then what they want to do? They want to investigate. They should search. Then an investigation includes recording statements of the witness and the collecting different kinds of evidence. Then in the investigation, two major aspects are there. One is recording the statements of the witness, those who have seen that one. If it is a murder or a theft, then what are those things saying by the people, those who directly seen, that they want to record it. The next one, collecting the different kinds of evidence. If it is a theft, somebody may open the window and came in the night time, or somebody may taken car, like that. Any evidence, if one matches or one iron bar piece or like that, something if they are getting, that they want to collect and keep as a evidence. So the duty of the police, first one, investigation. And investigation, two major parts are there. One is the recording of statements, second one is the collecting the evidence of different kinds of evidence. On the basis of the investigation, the police are required to form an opinion. Then after the investigation, what they are really getting from the people, witnesses, or from that particular spot, what they want to do, they want to come up with an opinion. And if the police think that the evidence points to the guilt of an accused person, then they file a charge sheet in the court. If they are understanding like that the person done something wrong, then what they want to do? They want to make a charge sheet and want to give in front of the court. Then, as started as the beginning in this chapter, it is not the job of the police to decide whether a person is guilty or innocent. That is for the judge to decide. So it is not the duty of the police to decide the person is guilty or he done something mistake or not. And as you read unit 2 about the rule of law, which means that everyone is subject to the law of the land, we have studied that one, each all are equal before law, and it is made for each and every person, and all can access the law. This includes the police. Therefore, the police investigation always have to be conducted in accordance with the law and with full respect for the human right. So when the police is doing the investigation, they want to think about two things. First one, they want to conduct that investigation according to the law. Then second one, they should give the full respect to the human rights. Supreme Court has laid down guidelines that police must follow at the time of arrest. At the time of arrest, how the police should behave, that very clear guidelines given by Supreme Court. Detention and interrogation, they want to give answer when somebody is asking question. If without asking question also, they want to inform, this is your mistake you have done, that's why we are arresting you. The police are not allowed to torture or beat or shoot anyone during the investigation. When they are in search of the details of that case, that time they should not give any torture. In the movies it is showing like that they are giving, police it is torturing the people when they want to say the answer, or they want to get the criminal. Then next one, they should not torture. Then beat or shoot, this is in the movies a little bit exaggeration we can see, but in the reality not this much, but it is there. I am not saying like that totally it is free in India, but it is there, but not like in movie. Then police, the next, they cannot inflict any form of punishment on a person, even for petty offenses. They can't take a fine, even 5 rupees fine, like that small things also they can't take, even the person done a small or big mistakes. Then Article 22 of our Constitution and the criminal law guarantees to every arrested person the following fundamental rights. Fundamental rights of arrested person, in which article it is saying? Article 22. And what it is? The fundamental rights of an arrested person. right to be informed at the time of arrest of the offense for which the person is being arrested. First one, when the police is arresting the person, what they want to inform, they should inform to the person what offense he done or she done. Second one, right to be presented before the magistrate within 24 hours of arrest. If the police arrested a person, within 24 hours they should take that person in front of the court. The right not to be ill-treated or tortured during the arrest or in the custody. When the person is under the custody of police, 24 hours time they are having, and that time they should not give any torture or any ill treatment to the person who is under their custody. Then confessions made in the police custody cannot be used as the evidence against accused. After coming the police custody, what they are saying, like that personally they may say something, that should not treat as the evidence of the against the accused. A boy under 15 years of age, women cannot be called to the police station only for questioning. The children's the under age of 15, that is boy, then the girls surely not only 15, even 20 or 25, they should not call to the police station only for questioning purpose. If we are calling, we should allow somebody to accompany her, or police should come to their home and want to ask questions. That is the reality, the rule it is given. The Supreme Court of India has laid down a specific requirement and the procedure that the police and the other agencies have to follow for the arrest and detention and interrogation of any person. When the police are arresting, then the Supreme Court is given a details how they should do, and these are the known as the D.K. Basu guidelines, and some of these includes what all things they are going to say, that the guidelines of the Supreme Court about the arrested person is known as D.K. Basu guidelines. The police officials who carry out the arrest or interrogation should wear clear, accurate and visible identification and name tag with the designation. The police officials, those who are coming for arrest, they should wear the identification mark with the name very clearly. A memo of the arrest should be prepared at the time of arrest and should include the time and the date of the arrest. Then when they are doing the arrest, that time itself they want to make a memo and a small note about what all things should be there, why they arrested the person and timing and date. And it should also be attested by at least one witness who could include the family member of the arrested person arrested. So when they want to write, if it is happened, the arrest happened in the family, then in front of the family members they should write, and the one of the family member who is witnessing all these things, they want to give a attestation or want to collect their signature. Then the arrest memo should be countersigned by a person arrested. Then the person who is got the arrest, he also want to countersign. It is the reality, the witness what they signed, that is real, like that they want to say. The person arrested, detained or being interrogated has a right to inform a relative or friend and well-wisher. If the person, for example, if the person working in Mumbai, from Tamil Nadu, one person is working in Mumbai and he done some mistake and got arrested there in Mumbai, his relatives are not there, family friends are not there, even friends also may be very less, then it is the duty of the police to inform relatives, friends as well as well-wishers. Not only informing them about the arrest, at the same time we can, the relatives or the well-wishers or friends, we can ask question to police what is really happened, like that. And in movie like this part they won't show that much what is needed, that the exaggeration of some funny things and other things, that's why we are not getting the real arrest and other things in the movies. When a friend or a relative live outside the district, the time, place of arrest and venue of the custody must be noticed by police within 8 to 12 hours after arrest. When a friend or a relative lives outside the district, if for example Mumbai, the person is working in Mumbai, and if they want to give the information to that person, then the time and place of arrest and venue of the custody must be notified by the police within 8 to 12 hours after arrest. For example, if two persons want to get arrested, one person is here in Tamil Nadu in Kannur itself, second person working or he is staying somewhere else in Chennai or Tanjavur or somewhere, then the police also want to take care about the arrest that person within the nearby time. Okay, we'll stop here and we will continue next day. Thank you. Have a nice day.